26th this afternoon, the Bronx Dispatch received a call for reports of an explosion. Our first companies arrived on scene within 3 minutes, and they found a heavy fire load and fire blowing out many windows. This escalated to a fifth alarm throughout the time here, which brought over 300 FDNY members, firefighters and EMS. This was a very difficult fire on a very hot and humid day. We had multiple people that needed to be rescued out of the building. Our FDNY firefighters and EMS did an extraordinary job. There were multiple examples of heroism where the firefighters were rescuing people from the building and EMS was providing life-saving drugs and treatment right on the scene, saving multiple lives. There was a total of 11 patients. 7 of them were civilians. 4 of them were firefighters. We'll talk a little more about the severity when I turn it over to Chief Esposito. When we arrived here, this location is a very difficult location to get into. It required everybody work together to establish a good attack for this building, and they did a tremendous job. I'm so thankful and grateful to the men and women of the FDNY for their extraordinary and brave work. Now I'll turn it over to Chief of Department John Esposito.
Thank you, Commissioner. So when we arrived here this afternoon about 12:30, our members went up into the building, and on the second floor they were met with an extremely heavy fire condition. As the Commissioner said, there was some sort of explosion. It blew out window frames, it blew some of them across the street, and when our members got up to the second floor, some of the apartment doors had been blown off their hinges as well. This makes it very difficult for us to confine the fire while we're also conducting searches. So that fire is now coming out of the fire apartment into the public hall and spreading very rapidly up the stairs and into the adjacent apartments that also do not have apartment doors. A very unusual and extremely dangerous position for our firefighters, as we now have many members above that fire conducting searches to make sure that all the people are out of the building. Eventually the fire spread to 3 floors, and we made the decision to withdraw our members due to a collapse inside the building. We had a collapse from the 3rd floor into the 2nd floor in one of the apartments. Again, a very dangerous operation. We know there are 27 apartments in the building. Red Cross is on the scene, and we have 18 people so far that are displaced. We will remain on the scene for a while. As you can see behind us, the fire is still not under control. We'll be here throughout the night, making sure that it is safe and making sure that that fire has been extinguished. I'm now going to pass it on to Chief Stacy Scanlon from the Bureau of EMS.
Good afternoon, Stacy Scanlon, Deputy Assistant Chief, the Bronx Borough Commander for EMS. As the Commissioner mentioned, that we were on scene with 11 patients. 7 of them are civilian, 4 are FDNY members. With the heroic effort of our rescue paramedics, we're able to meet the firefighters in the fire building and bring a patient out, and we were able to give life-threatening medication, life-saving medication, and assist in transporting the patients to the hospital. We also have 4 firefighters that are transported to local hospitals. Commissioner?
Good afternoon, Christina Farrell, Commissioner in New York City Emergency Management. Our operations staff has been here for the last several hours with the fire department assisting on interagency coordination. As has been mentioned, we have several people that need relocation working through the Red Cross. We have opened up a nearby school as a reception center where families and residents can go as they come home from work or leave the area to get assistance with shelter and other needs that they have. If people can't make it to the scene but live in the building and need help, they can call 1-800-RED-CROSS. Thank you.
All right, we'll take some questions. All 7 of the injured, you live in that building?
We don't know that right now, but we know that all 7 came from that building. Well, in fact, yeah, 7 came from that building, the 4 firefighters, yeah.
Commissioner, right here,
Yep.
Good to see you. We've had a number of reports of people people have been reporting for a month the smell of gas, both reported to the landlord, to the city. Do you know anything about that history or if gas explosion is suspected?
Yeah, we don't know at this moment, but we do know that there was an explosion. We don't know what the origin is until our fire marshals get in there and do a complete investigation.
Had you investigated a gas call within the last month?
I don't have that.
I'm unaware at this moment if we have or we haven't.
Thank you.
Okay.
You were about to talk about the severity of the victims. So what is?
So of the civilian victims, we had 3 that were serious, 2 were adults, and 1 was a child. The child was not necessarily serious, but any child we up triage, so we treat as though they're serious. But the 2 adults were critical patients.
Anyone else? All right.
The woman who lives in the second unit, floor unit, where this happened, my understanding is her next door neighbor helped get her to safety. She was conscious. Did she say anything that can help the investigation as to what this might have been?
Nobody said anything at the moment. The fire was really like blowing out of all the windows. I think everybody's concern was really to just get out and get to safety. The firefighters and EMS members were there to help facilitate that. And as we go forward with the investigation, we'll find out more information. But as you see, every one of these assignments, this was a huge assignment, a very dangerous assignment. And lots of very brave FDNY members were in there doing their job. And now the job becomes the collaboration between all the agencies. And I think you see that right here, that we have the Bronx Borough President with us, we have the Commissioner of NYSEM, we have NYPD, and certainly FDNY, and all the other agencies that come together to make sure that the folks that were displaced from this particular building get the help that they need, and that the patients that we removed and took to the hospital got the help that they needed.
Can you just talk about Con Ed and what actions they've taken as far as you understand?
As far as I know right now, Con Ed has removed power and removed gas from the building, but that's you would have to ask them. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. That's all for today. Thank you.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.